Hey VC, what's going on? I know it's been a while since I've gone up and made a video or made a live video, but I have been out busy. Last week, I went up to Austin for the Iron Maiden show, which was amazing. And then this past weekend, I traveled to Dallas to go see Porcupine Tree, which was an amazing concert. If you're a Porcupine Tree fan, you're familiar with the music, and they just brought it on. Had an amazing show, had an amazing lineup. They had an amazing set list. It was just a great show, and I'm glad I was able to make it. I planned for it since I heard that they were back together and had announced some U.S. dates. And unfortunately, in Texas, they only had one date, which was in Irving, Texas, and Dallas, which I attended, which was great. So what I did is I left Thursday morning to Austin, hung out there, and I did some record shopping. I always, whenever I'm in Austin, I always stop by my favorite record store, which is End of an Ear. If you're ever in the Austin area, I highly recommend you visit this place and Waterloo, but go here first because it's a well curated store. I like their selection, and they do get a good selection of used records. I always seem to find something when I go in their arrived, the newly arrived bins. So while I was there, I said, let me just go take a look. I really didn't intend to, to do some record shopping. I just wanted to drop by and look for some new releases. But I was just amazed on what they had on the bins, and I just couldn't walk away, leaving some of these things there. They're things that you don't see too much in the wild. I do call some of these grails just because in all my years of collecting, they don't show up that much. Not that I do much shopping because where I do live, there's no record store. But anyway, let me get back to showing what I picked up. Um, I discovered this record there, and this is a band called Karakorum. And just by the look of these three guys, I go, this looks interesting. So I looked it up on Discogs, and apparently this was a British band that was very popular in the late '60s and very early '70s, and then played a lot. They were actually a favorite of Keith Moon's, but they never got to release anything officially until this current year. This record was put out, which is a collection of their stuff, and then the label is uh, Sealy Court, which I'm not familiar with, but you know, the little tidbit that I heard on YouTube was enough for me to go ahead and engage. It's your typical late '60s, rock slash prog, psych. So yeah, for a little bit over $20, not bad for a new release. That was gently used. It was someone had already because it was in the used bins. It wasn't brand new. So yeah, Carol Kurma, I really am looking forward into digging into this record. And then I hit some prog bands that I had been after for a while. And the name of the prog band is Shylock. They're a French progressive band. And this is not the original French release. This is the 1980s reissue. I think it was 89 reissue on the Medusa. Yeah, no, the Musea label. Sorry, Musea label. So this is your typical French kind of symphonic prog at some point in some of their songs. But yeah, I'd had the original on my want list for a while, and this popped up, and also their second release, which is Il de Fiebre. Uh, so this is their first and second, both on the Musea label, which were 1989 reissues. I don't mind reissues for stuff like this because the progressive French progressive stuff is kind of difficult to find here in Texas. And then I hit some thrash metal classics that I just couldn't pass up. Like I got found an original This Destruction album, Eternal Devastation, which is on the Metal Blade Records. You can see that. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, for $20, I'll pick these up all the time, which was a good price. You usually go for a little bit more. Metal usually, commands a bigger price. And then I found this, which is an original on Music for Nations. This is the British single for Metallica's Creeping Death. And it's on, let me just show it real quick. On the blue, see if this picks it up. It's on a blue vinyl, clear blue vinyl. And this was going for $30. The only thing wrong is that there's a little bit of wear down here. You can see that. But other than that, the record is super clean. And for $30, I saw one listed on Discogs. They were the cheapest one I found was going for $88. So for $30, yeah, why not? And then also found this was the very first one that popped up, this is an original Merciful Fate Melissa on the U.S. The U.S. version, not the U.K. or the European, but it's the first pressing of a Merciful Fate Melissa. Also at a great price on the Megaforce label. Yeah, I've been after an original for a while. I've got a couple of reissues, but I finally have an OG of this thrash classic. Then I also found a original copy of Ministries, Mine is a Terrible Thing to Taste. Now this is the European release on Sire. And it still has a shrink with hype stickers. Sorry for the glare there. I do have a music on vinyl reissue, but I finally was able to add an original. And then final one that I found that was actually on their wall was an original copy of Los Angeles. I've been after this record for a couple of years now, and they had it on their wall of expensive or collectible records. So I went ahead and picked this up, which I'm really, really stoked. I'm going to see if I can get this autographed because the guitar player for X sometimes lives in Austin, and he owns a bar in Austin where a friend of mine spins. It's a small, cozy bar, and they're known for just having a vinyl setup, and they have guest DJs play all kinds of music, punk, rock, reggae, blues. I mean, you name it. It's not just specific to one genre. So yeah, that was my find. I found all of these at End of Veneer the day before my trip to Dallas. So kind of blew my budget there. Went a little bit over budget, but I couldn't leave some of these behind. They don't pop up, that often, and the prices were just beyond reasonable. I did go to Dallas the following day. Went to the Porcupine Tree show, like I said earlier. I did buy some merch. I bought a print that was autographed. That I'm going to go get it framed, a shirt and a hoodie. And I just didn't have enough money. I could have stayed and shopped in Dallas, but I was like, nah, man, I already found some nice treasures, nice nuggets that to fill in my collection. I didn't want to go ahead and just go overboard. So I didn't get to do any digging in Dallas, but I did reconnect with a friend over there. So I may be visiting Dallas a little bit more often than I have in the past. And hopefully one of these days just make it an all digging experience and go hit a couple of record stores. I hear they have some fantastic record stores So yeah, so I just kind of wanted to shoot a quick video, um, keep it under 10 minutes, just to showcase what I found. And like I say, you never know what you find when you go to a good local record store that has a reputable collection of records coming in and out. They just always seem to curate that store very well. So again, if you're ever in the Austin area, please stop by End of an Ear. You might find some goodies. And also Waterloo Records. It's another good store, which is a hit and miss. It's a huge store, but it is a hit and miss. Anyway, thank you very much. And I guess I'll see you next time I make another video or make a live broadcast. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Adios.